Hey guys, welcome to this week's CobraCamp, and today we're going to discuss how to track your progress. A lot of people, when they start like working out and on whatever like weight loss journey, a mistake they make is not doing like a careful analysis of their progress, and this leads to like frustration and a lot of guesswork. So today the two main things I encourage people to do to track your progress is one, take your measurements, and two, you need to have progress photos. So I'm gonna split these into two, dealing with the progress photos first. These progress photos, you should be wearing as little clothes as possible. And again, this is just for you, so it doesn't matter. And you can do it in your underwear. And these photos need to be taken at the same time and with the same clothes each time. They need to be as consistent as possible. So you can pick maybe every 30 days to do these two things, and if it's every 30 days, you say, okay, every 30 days when I wake up in this particular underwear, I take my progress photos. You need photos from the front, from the sides, and from the back. And the reason for this is sometimes you see yourself every day in the mirror, so it's really difficult for you to notice like the subtle changes that are happening over a couple period of months. And if you don't have photos to compare, like seriously, you're gonna feel like you haven't been making much change. And it's only when you see 30 days, 30 days, 30 days side by side photos, the exact same photos, you're gonna really notice, hey, I have lost this amount of body fat in this place and gain this amount of muscle definition in whatever place. And for example, Yvonne here, I have struggled with this girl, man, trying to get her to take her progress photos, and she's been putting it off, and I have had to, of my own, start collecting photos of her. And I have a little registry of her photos, and when I showed these pictures to her one day, she was shocked to see how much progress she actually made, because she was seeing herself every day and she couldn't notice how much she had actually improved. So like seriously, you need to have progress photos. Every 30 days, you have your photos in a little folder on your computer or phone, and they need to be front, sides, and back. Same underwear, same lighting, same time of day, so you get a consistent reference that is not like interrupted by different clothes. And so if you're wearing a bunch of clothes, you can't really see the changes properly. So that would be number one, must do progress photos. The second thing you need to do is check your measurements. And the reason for this is when persons are like working out as well as controlling their eating practices, you're going to be noticing you're gaining weight. Not gaining weight, you're gaining a bit of muscle and losing body fat at the same time.
It's heavy, right?
And muscle is heavy. So when you go and check the scale, you might notice your weight isn't necessarily dropping over a period of months, but that's not necessarily a problem, because if you're exercising as well, you cannot just trust the scale, and that's where measurements come into play. You need to, and I'm going to put a screenshot on the screen now so you can see what I mean. So you need to have something like this. You have every 30 days, October, she does hers on the 11th of every month, and you have these measurements: your left, your right arm and leg, your left and right calves, your chest, your waist, your butt, your neck, and your body fat percentage and weight. Now a lot of people might not be able to get their body fat percentage tested, but that's okay. You have your weight to go by. Now every 30 days you redo these measurements, and what you're going to notice is, for example, initially if you're exercising and changing your eating, you might notice initially your measurements go up a little bit, then they're going to fall, and then certain measurements are going to start going back up. So for example, when she made big changes, she noticed her arms went up initially, because you kind of have two layers of clothes on. Basically you have some muscle that you gain, but you still have that fat that you haven't lost. So that's where we see her arms went up to 11.5 inches, and then it stayed the same, and then it slowly went back down and back up. And her thighs followed a similar pattern. Now the measurements you're going to want to pay very close attention to are your neck, for ladies at least, and your waist. As long as your waist and neck measurements are not going up, you're in the clear. Okay? If your waist and neck measurements are going up, whatever changes happen were likely due to body fat gain. Okay? Because as you exercise and control your diet, you're going to be losing body fat and gaining muscle. So you're going to notice things like your arms might stay the same for a long period of time, but your body fat check, for ladies especially, would be your waist and your neck. If you've been eating really ridiculously, you're going to notice the two places that you gain fat very fast are your waist and your neck. And if you look at her measurements, you're going to notice her waist has been dropping, or at least staying the same, and her legs went back up. So now she knows that can be attributed to a gain in muscle, not a gain in body fat. So these two things are very important for you to check your progress, and it will keep you accountable and keep you motivated. And she can attest to that. Sometimes you feel really fat one month and you check your measurements and you realize, hey, actually
I'm not so fat.
Didn't reverse any progress in my body fat this month, because look, my waist measurement hasn't gone up, or my neck measurement hasn't gone up. So it's very important to do these things, otherwise you'll be doing a lot of guesswork, and when you hit those dry spells where you don't feel very motivated, measurements, they do not lie, and they can keep you motivated to continue.
Yeah, and also, like, I feel sometimes you feel really embarrassed, like, taking pictures of yourself, and you're like, I look so bad, look at this, like, I'm so fat, and look at my tummy and my legs, and everything looks disgusting. And when you're taking progress pictures, it's important that you don't try to, like, suck in your tummy or anything, because those pictures are for you, and you don't want to, like, trick yourself or lie to yourself. Don't lie to yourself. Take your pictures. Don't suck in your tummy. Don't try in making weird, poses and stuff to look better, because in the end, it's not real. So
true. So I hope this video was useful to you guys, and these are the two must-do methods in tracking your progress. When you start your journey, you pick a day every 30 days, progress photos, measurements, get them done, and that's going to help out a lot. And 2-3 years pass, you have a nice reference to look back at and see how far you've come, and do all your little throwbacks on Instagram.
Yes, you're famous on Instagram.
So I hope you guys like this video. If you do, remember to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week.